does this here fit into this estate trunk? And how good is the all-new BMW 5 Series Touring that will also come as the electric i5, but also with all the different powertrains. We're going to find out if this, probably one of the most German cars in the BMW lineup, also performs in this very generation. So then, closing sound. Oh, it's interesting. So it's solid, but it also has this, I would say, like second sound that almost sounds G-Class-alike, you know what I mean? Interesting, man. Pretty cool indeed. Then inside of the doors, so top part is soft touch, also here for your elbows. Then the window levers, I would say they are somewhat basic. Ambient lighting integration looks cool. Then let's look at the interior here. This is the M Sport interior. It means you have the M Sport steering wheel here. Flat bottom, however, is also in the standard steering wheel. The standard steering wheel is actually animal-free. The M Sport is not. Then rear buttons here still at the steering wheel, so it's like a mix, I would say, and also standard stall columns. I like that. This one also has carbon fiber interior, soft touch at the dashboard here, and then these seats here are first of all the sport seats. So they are a little bit more narrow, I would say, especially here in this area. But you can also get comfort seats, and I have been test driving both. The comfort seat is, as the name says, indeed way more comfortable. But you know, I wouldn't have expected such a large difference. But I can just urge you, when you order a new 5 Series, A, take the comfort seats, and B, take the standard so-called Veganza interior. This is the animal-free material. It is also, in comparison here, this one is the animal skin spec. It looks the same, actually. It, in the surface also kind of feels the same. But the Veganza material is a little bit softer. It adapts more to the body. So the comfort seat with the Veganza would be the most comfortable choice, actually. Then interesting, so seat is lowest position, and me with 189, 6'2", still have some headroom left. This one is the version with the panoramic roof. However, what we can see is this one here is a fixed glass roof. I was wondering because I was pushing it forward, and yeah, of course it comes from the rear there. In this case then, yeah, with the 7 Series it's the other way around. Look at that. So this is then the manual shade we have here, and I can open it like this again. There we go. Yeah, this electric motor is way louder here. Cockpit begins with music. The Bowers & Wilkins sound system. Nice. It's really good sound. Love that. Electric steering wheel control, in and out, up and down, 12.3-inch digital instruments, 14.9-inch infotainment, and they form this one unit a little bit in a curved way. So what I don't like here is the control of the climate unit in the lower part, which is not physical. At the moment ignition is off, but the Apple CarPlay integration, you've seen it here, that is pretty cool, very well visible. The menu here itself of the BMW OS is, I think, always a little bit overblown, overloaded. Too many apps, I feel. I think they should simplify it more. And also here, this light bar, it looks pretty cool, especially when you turn on here the hazard lights. Ooh, look at that. That's pretty cool, isn't it? So why not? But I think in the 7 Series, you have it here, it goes through left and right. Here, they have this split, and I wonder why they went for that design choice. Also, for example, here when you change the driving modes, maybe you heard that also, that the bolsters of the seats, they were adjusting. Here also how the light builds up, that looks pretty amazing. But again, I think it should be here running through, just design-wise. Soft touch here, then again the carbon fiber inside, you can get different styling elements for this one. In the front, inductive charging pad with cooling holes, really important because especially in the 5 Series it just got so hot without that function before. And then you have here the adaptive cup holders. There we go, with 2 USB-C chargers. And you can still control the infotainment system here from below. I love that, also from the sound. DJ. And then also a real volume jog. It's just flickering on camera here at the moment, by the way, not for your real eye. This is here a shifting lever, so really slim and integrated, but it doesn't give you like a sporty feedback or something. And the middle console here with this split opening, some more space underneath. Interesting, and by the way, also here the door handle from the inside opens to the bottom part. I think it's a good idea, and you can use 2 fingers here especially. It's actually ergonomically quite good to do it in that way. So at these new 199 inches of length of the new 5 Series for all versions means it's 10 centimeters or 4 inches longer than the predecessor. Wheelbase is just slightly increased. How does it translate into the rear legroom, and also what's the door closing sound like in the rear? Also very good, but not this, let's say like this G-Class effect style. Do you hear the difference? Heard that? This one here is a little bit more low frequency in the door closing sound, but both really good. Then inside of the doors on the top part, soft touch, that's well done. However, in the lower part, once again, the hard pack stuff also on the inside. I mean, at the rear may be excusable, but not in the front, definitely. Then you can see here the rear seating area with the iPad holder, and there you have the USB-C charging directly where you can plug it in, for example. There's this middle console also with the climate unit, and then we have this recess here in the back part, and it does work here for tall adults, you can see very well. I mean, it's a long vehicle, so it should definitely, and there are other vehicles that have better usage of space, but even here when I'm sitting as a tall driver in the front seat, it works very well, no problem. And the headroom is of course always a good thing for the estate because it just continues a little bit longer, and here there's still some headroom left above my head, no problem. It's also fairly comfortable in the rear. Just here, this is a typical BMW thing. It has been, I think, even in the E30 of my grandma or grandfather, it has been like this area here, we know before your elbow is always really large, so you don't have too much space for your elbow. So, and then middle seating, does that work? Yeah, it also works space-wise. Of course, the seating material is softer on the outside parts each. That counts for all the different seat setups. But yeah, for shorter trips you can also live with the inside part. Then this middle part you can fold down. Adaptive cup holders here as well, so that's a nice build quality. And the ski hatch you cannot pull out here, but from behind here on the top part, then you can also use this ski hatch right there. This middle console here for the climate unit is actually quite fancy, looks cool. I'm more a fan of real physical buttons, you know, maybe when you follow our channel, but this one looks at least cool. Yeah, it is touch control. Some might like it. This is the take about the engine facts and figures, and that's why behind me I have prepared a very serious background that you should just concentrate on me telling you all the numbers and so on. So there's the BMW i5, the electric version, 81 kilowatt hours net, the battery capacity. We've already been test driving the i5 sedan, and they will be more or less the same because the CD values don't differ that much as well. So it's 0.24 in the CD value for the base versions, 0.25 if you have here the M Sport Package Pro or the M Performance version. The M Sport Package indeed does cost you wind efficiency, so a base 5 Series, that's the i5, will be better as for the aerodynamics. That's very interesting to hear. So the rearward range will be something between 400 and 500 kilometers, between 250 and 300 miles, depending on temperature, speed, and so on and so on. Then there will be plug-in hybrids, 4 or 6-cylinder petrol as base. Very interesting, definitely for the European market especially. And you have the petrol engines, 2-liter 4-cylinders or 3-liter 6-cylinders, and the diesel as well, 2-liter 4-cylinder or 3-liter 6-cylinder diesel. The i5 M60 is the performance version, because then you have all-wheel drive for the electric version. You get also a normal all-wheel drive electric version, and this one here, the eDrive 40, is the rear-wheel drive electric version. Also for the combustion engines, rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, always then also rear-wheel bias if you have an all-wheel drive version. And as for the M5, we do expect a 4.4-liter V8 hybrid. If that's true or not, we'll see at a later stage, and also rumors that it might even come here for the estate, but we'll keep you updated with that. And the last question is sedan or estate. Visually, I always prefer the sedan, actually, I have to say, but from the practicability, the estate, of course, is always better. And I've just asked Leah about her opinion of, like, from a woman's perspective, and she said she would take it in that form, definitely, and prefer this one here over the sedan one. What about you? Tell me your comments and what you think about that, the 5 Series Touring.